Today I am reviewing the Shark CryoGlow LED Face Mask. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you have ever spent a fortune at a spa for a facial treatment and wondered if you could actually replicate those results at home without the recurring price tag, you've probably been eyeing these LED masks. I have been testing the Shark CryoGlow LED Face Mask in the blue frost color for the last few weeks, and I have some very specific thoughts on whether this is actually a game changer for your skincare routine, or just another expensive piece of plastic gathering dust on your vanity. You can check the links below the video to explore the product or find its current price if you want to follow along with the specs as I talk through my experience. Let's start with the build. Shark is known for vacuums and hair dryers, so seeing them enter the skincare space felt a bit odd at first, but the construction here is surprisingly solid. The mask is lightweight enough that it does not feel like it is dragging your face down, which is a major pain point with some of the heavier silicone or hard-shell masks on the market. The blue frost colorway looks pretty sleek, though it is definitely a statement piece. When you put it on, it fits snugly, and the adjustable straps are actually intuitive, meaning you're not constantly fiddling with them to keep the light array flush against your skin. The core of this device is the LED therapy, and this is where I think most people will be pleasantly surprised. It offers three main modes: better aging, skin clearing, and skin sustain. I spend the most time with the better aging mode, which uses red and infrared lights. After 3 weeks of daily use, I did not wake up looking like I had a facelift, but I did notice a subtle difference in the texture around my forehead and the general brightness of my complexion. It is not an overnight miracle, and you really have to commit to that 6-minute daily window to see anything shift. If you're the type of person who buys a gadget and uses it once a week, you're not going to get the results you are looking for here. The skin clearing mode is interesting because it incorporates blue light. If you deal with occasional hormonal breakouts, this is a much better alternative to those harsh spot treatments that leave your skin dry and flaky. It is chemical-free, which I really appreciate, and it definitely helped reduce the redness of a few spots I had during testing. However, if you have severe or cystic acne, do not expect this to replace a dermatologist. It is a maintenance tool, not a medical cure. Now, the feature that sets this apart from the sea of other LED masks is the InstaChill technology. This is the under-eye cooling treatment, and honestly, this is my favorite part of the device. It has 3 temperature-controlled levels, and if you have ever woken up with puffy eyes, this feels like a luxury spa treatment in your own living room. It is genuinely cooling, and it does help with that morning tightness. I found that if I used the cooling feature right after the light treatment, it felt like a complete, professional-grade session. But let's talk about the downsides, because there are a few. The biggest issue is the time commitment. While the sessions are relatively short, ranging from 4 to 15 minutes, you are effectively tethered to the device. You cannot really walk around and do chores effectively because the mask needs to stay positioned correctly to get the full benefit of the LEDs. It requires a level of consistency that can become a chore, especially on busy mornings. If you are not disciplined, this will end up in a drawer within a month. Another thing to consider is the value proposition. This is an investment. It is not cheap, and while it is FDA-cleared and developed with dermatologists, you are paying for the Shark brand name and the specific cooling tech. Before you commit, it is worth checking the links below the video to see the current pricing. One silver lining is that because it is an FDA-cleared device, it may be eligible for FSA or HSA benefits depending on your specific health plan. Definitely look into that because getting this partially covered by tax-advantaged funds makes the price tag much easier to swallow. Who is this for? I think it is perfect for someone who already has a solid skincare routine but wants to step up their game with professional technology. If you're someone who is already spending money on high-end serums or regular facials, this will likely pay for itself in a year or two. On the other hand, if you're looking for a quick fix, or if you are not great at sticking to a daily habit, you should probably skip this. It is not going to fix deep-set wrinkles or major skin issues on its own, and it is definitely not a substitute for a good cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. The interface is simple, which I like. There is no complicated app to sync or firmware to update, which is a relief in a world where everything needs a smartphone connection. You just put it on, pick your mode, and go. The battery life is decent, though I did find myself charging it more often than I expected when I was using the cooling feature daily. If I have one major disappointment, it is the fit around the nose bridge. While the strap system is good, the mask can still feel a little bit stiff in certain areas, and if you have a different face shape than the average, you might find it light leaking at the edges. It is a minor gripe, but it is something I noticed during my testing. Overall, the Shark CryoGlow is a well-engineered piece of hardware. It feels premium, it does exactly what the marketing claims, and the addition of the cooling tech adds a level of utility that most standard LED masks just do not have. It is an honest, effective tool, provided you have the patience to use it consistently. If you decide to pick one up, remember to check the links below the video for the best current price. Just make sure you are ready to actually put in the work, because the device can do the heavy lifting, but you still have to be the one to show up.